the girls, the girls, with the girls, chillin' with the girls.
Woohoo! Hello, you guys out there in virtual land. Welcome to another episode of Chillin' with the Girls. Wow, this is gonna be a really good episode. I really believe. You know, we were looking over some of our past episodes, and we came across some really good content.
Yeah.
Some of our guests were sharing some super good nuggets about fathers.
Yeah.
You know, and since Father's Day is Sunday, right around the corner,
Yeah.
we decided we would share some of those nuggets with you guys tonight. So
Yes.
sit back and enjoy.
And you know what?
What's
The
that now?
perfect example of a father is God. So
Absolutely.
he will show you exactly, you know, how to be a father. And he's a good father. I'm gonna sing that song.
Bring it
It's
now.
okay.
Bring it now.
All right. You're a good father. That's who you are. That's who you are. That's who you are. And I'm loved by you. That's who I am. That's who I am. That's who I am. You are perfect in all of your ways. Perfect in all of your ways. You are perfect in all of your ways to us. You're a good father. That's who you are. That's who you are. That's who you are. And I'm loved by you.
Yes.
That's who I am. That's who I am. That's who I am, and I'm loved by you. Woo!
Yes.
Oh man, you know, I just felt like harmonizing, but I couldn't do it.
Woo!
You're the best one.
Perfect.
Yes, absolutely.
Perfect father.
Yes, he
Yeah.
takes the place of your father. If your
Yes.
father is not
Yes.
here on this earth anymore, God will be your father.
Yes, he will.
Let him be your father.
Yes.
You know,
He had like
man.
a lot of clips and stuff. We were talking about, you know, just superhero dads, whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you know, there are some superhero fathers out there. You know that?
Yeah.
Come on
There
now.
are. There
Yeah.
are. So, Tish, you have that one of the clips is talking about a superhero father.
The superhero father?
Yeah, you want to talk
Fathers in action?
Fathers in actions, yes.
Okay, yes. We have
Yeah.
y'all want to talk about the guest who came on and was talking about fathers in action from the Heroes Camp?
Yeah,
Oh,
that was
that's good.
yeah,
Yeah,
that was
how they were mentoring children.
yeah, that was PJ. His name
Yeah.
is Patrick, and
So here we go.
He's one of the fathers.
Given the missing link,
Heroes Camp.
and that's what it is. I mean, I think it's 20 million children in this country without fathers right now, and we're trying to make up the difference, see a father in action, what it looks like, what a father provides, how a father stands on the word of God.
Yeah. So that was just the foundation of a
Mhm.
father.
Yeah.
Fathers in action.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So he
A
was
lot of
good. He was so good talking
Mhm.
about, you know, what kids need and, you know, that they need their fathers in their lives. And a lot of the kids there at their center, they don't have fathers. So they play the role of a father
Right.
for them. Yeah.
And that foundation goes with standing. You know, they're standing on the word.
Yes.
That's the foundation. And how many millions did he say were with that father?
I think he said 12 million. 12 million?
Millions.
Something like
I
that.
thought he said 20 million.
20 million? Maybe he said 20 million.
And so he also mentioned the foundation of a father too. Remember that?
Okay. Do we have that?
Yeah, we have that clip.
The men are supposed to be the foundation, and when the foundations are removed, what are the righteous going to do? And so I think that's what we see a lot when we're dealing with fatherless children. Like they're righteous, but they got no foundation. They have no baseline. They have no one consistently in their corner. It says you have 10,000 instructors, but not many fathers.
Wow.
Wow, that's
The
crazy.
foundation.
Yeah.
So
And he said, if you don't have the foundation, what are the righteous going to do?
the righteous, that's scripture.
Yeah.
What would the righteous do? Yeah,
If you don't have
So
that
the righteous is us. What are we gonna do about it?
that's
Right.
Absolutely.
That's us.
Yeah.
And that's
He
why
was
oh, go ahead.
and also he was coming from this ministry called Heroes Camp.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And a lot of those children, like Mel was saying, don't have fathers. And so there are a lot of men, after God's own heart in that ministry. They minister to those children. They pass out Bibles,
Yeah.
and they play sports with them,
Yeah.
and they just an actual father. Like
They need that.
children.
They need
Yeah.
that. And that's what's missing in a lot of kids' lives. Just the presence of a father. I saw this one video. It was so cute. It was this little girl. She was somebody rung her doorbell, and it was her dad. And her dad went away for a while or something. She was a young girl, probably like 5 or 6 or something like that.
Okay.
And when she saw her father, she was like, Dad, this is Dad. And she started crying and then laughing all and smiling at the same time. She had all these mixed emotions and stuff.
Yeah.
And she was telling whoever was doing the videotaping, she was like, this is my dad. This is my dad. And she jumped up into his arms and just hugged him and put her head on his. It was so adorable. I was getting all choked up. It was so beautiful. It was so beautiful. And sometimes that's all the kids need. The presence. The presence
Right, exactly.
of the father. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And fathers are the heroes. Kids, they used to mom all day long. But when daddy comes, daddy.
I wanted to talk about this guy I know. He was going through a rough time and everything, and he wanted children, and he couldn't have any, and so this little girl came into his life and looked at him and said, "Can you be my daddy?" Because her daddy wasn't in her life.
Oh.
And so it's so crazy. They look alike. They literally look alike.
Wow.
And he's like really in her life. She had a graduation the other day. He helps her with her schoolwork. He does birthday parties with her. And his family took her in as their granddaughter.
That's powerful.
Yeah. And so that filled that void of that thing he was going through. And now he has a daughter. Because she was like, "Can you be my daddy?"
That's powerful.
Wow.
That is
powerful. So they don't have to be blood. You can adopt.
And I was saying that story because he laid the foundation, teaching her how to read, how to do her home assignments. He disciplines her as if that's blood. The only thing missing from the relationship is the blood. That's it.
Yeah. That's so good. That's so good. Because I know some men out there, they have a whole lot of love to give, and sometimes they may be in relationships that, don't necessarily allow them to show that, love to their kids or whatever. Right. But I just want to encourage, you fathers out there in virtual land, don't stop there. You can be a father to somebody else, like Tish was saying, love on somebody else. Don't let your love go stale. Come on now. Share it and show it somebody else. Somebody else needs you. Somebody else needs you in their lives. So don't stop there.
Yeah. And all dads out there aren't deadbeat dads. It's some
so true.
Really good fathers, very nurturing, and everything. Yeah. Because sometimes when you think about
some just fall on hard times, but that don't mean they're bad. So we pray for our father.
Yeah.
Right.
Some of them are bad, but I'm saying all of them not.
Not all of them.
You do
Girl,
have some
that's
deadbeat
so-
dads, Mom. You do have deadbeat dads, but then you have some who nurture their
Yeah.
children and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with my stuff, and Lord Jesus.
Because you see what happens, the deadbeat ones steal all the news, But I think whatever's going on, the majority of whatever, the majority is good.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The majority is good, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so
Okay.
too.
And we're going to pray for our dad. We pray for him.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
Mhm.
I really like this one clip we have. It was Bishop Nelson Sr., the apostolic father.
I
He was
remember
talking
that show.
about the role
He
of
was good.
He was so good. I just want to
Absolutely.
I have that clip actually, y'all.
Go
Okay,
ahead.
Okay.
Throw it.
The role of a father is to do more than to produce children.
Mhm.
And we have many who produce, but that's all they hear from them. They have no input in the raising and shaping the lives of the child, because God tasks us as men to train up our children and teach them the way that God would have us to walk and do. That would guarantee you a blessed family.
Mhm.
Family would be blessed. And I'm happy to say, because I knew your father, he was an outstanding man of God, great provider for his family. He loved his family, and he loved his wife particularly. But anyway,
So that was really good.
Yeah,
It's gonna make me cry.
yeah,
I,
yeah.
No.
I cannot hear enough about Dad.
Yeah.
And
Amazing.
that was the only example that I really saw,
Mhm.
of
Yeah.
how you should be with your children, and even though he had 8 boys, the girls, we were the best. I mean, I'm just
Favorite.
saying.
We were. I'm sorry, but we
We
were.
were, and I gathered so much. I gathered so much from him that I still use to this day.
Yes,
You know,
absolutely.
yes, because what the way he taught, and he taught strategically. He made sure you
You
understood
ain't lying all the way to church.
step by
Whole hour.
step,
Yes,
day by day, minute by minute.
He never changed, huh? Dad didn't change.
He did
Right.
not.
No,
Dad didn't
He
change.
was the same. He was the same
he
no
did
matter what
not
you were, his
change.
child.
In the house, in the church, behind closed
Correct.
you
doors, he
guys,
was the same.
check this out. Guess what I have from Dad?
What?
What?
A Back to Eden book.
Wow. And you the perfect person to have it.
Yes, and I use it. I
Wow.
refer back to it. Back to Eden.
Wow,
All of the
Tamara.
healthy ways of eating, all of the herbs.
Wow.
Wow.
And I have his Back to Eden book.
Yeah.
Yes, isn't that something?
Yes,
I
I
just
remember.
thought about
I
how
remember he
amazing-
was okay. I was gonna say obsessed, but
Adamant.
he was all into that book.
Yes, he was.
He was
Oh,
he
he
was
taught
trying
us
to
that
find the remedies, all kinds.
And look, and he would be so adamant. He'd be like, "Tell one, look at this."
And you know what he would do, girls? He
What?
would blend all these teas, these herbal teas, and he had me sampling. I was so tired of sampling teas. Taste this, dog. You got to taste this. I mixed this with that. And he would cut the bark off of trees,
In the
off of
woods.
cherry trees,
Calvin County in the woods.
and make tea for me
Yes,
with
he would.
honey and stuff.
Sassafras. What was it? Sassafras?
It's sassafras tea, but we had the cherry tree. Remember?
The cherry bark.
I had genuine cherry tea from the tree
Really?
bark.
I
And
remember
Yeah.
that.
we washed
I
it, we
remember that.
boiled it, and it
Wow.
turned
I was
red.
probably already gone out the house.
Yeah, me too.
I
Probably.
remember. Wow.
I
Wow.
do.
Isn't that
I remember
something?
that.
Wow,
Yeah.
wow.
But he was a great teacher, a great father, and he left a great impression as
Yeah.
well. And I don't think it'll ever die off, You can see it even in the boys.
Right.
You can see it in some of the boys, you know.
They're really strong in the girls. I'm just his
You
work
do.
ethics and stuff to me.
I was just trying.
Even though he didn't necessarily teach us, but it's just the stuff that he did that it seemed like it was just part of our DNA. Like,
yeah.
And I even say, man, let me put this stuff back in this box like Dad. And it was like, how would Dad put the luggage in the car? I would ask myself, and then I wouldn't know how to do it strategically. You know what I'm saying? He never even taught us, but we watched him do it.
Yes.
You know.
Yes.
Yes. You know, like he would show us, you know, the way he would coil, you know, cords and stuff. You know,
yes, I still do that.
Yes, absolutely. And when that one show we had, you know, Hack Yeah or Hack No, I was showing some of the things that he showed me even then that work, you know, that are hacks. That we didn't even heard of the word hack back then, you know? But they were hacks that he showed me that I use still today. You know?
And it kind of it drives me crazy when I see the chords just, you know, just all scrambled up and stuff. Actually, everybody don't know how to do it. I don't know why.
I can see him in every one of y'all. I can see that.
Okay, so what do you see in, like you said, all 12? Just real quick, just run down the line, Mom. Don't just
one thing. One thing.
Well,
the mechanic ability.
Okay.
The carpentry ability.
Okay.
Wait. Name who it is.
All right, we're gonna say the name. Go ahead, Tish.
I said Willie.
Willie. He's a mechanic. He's a carpenter. He's a cook. He's really neat.
One thing. All right.
Okay, all right. Daniel.
Daniel is a planner. He likes to grow stuff. Okay.
Samuel. Oh Lord.
Hard worker. He can work 7 days a week. And he loves his mama.
Renee.
Renee is just like her daddy. I don't know how, but she just loves him. Because she's being the first girl.
Yeah. Okay, Mom, we got one thing. Wendell.
Okay. She cares about her daughter like her daddy cares about her.
Wendell.
Wendell. Praise like his dad.
Okay. All right. Me.
You are neat like him. You favor him.
Okay. Tawanda.
Tawanda is neat like that. It put everything together. If she doesn't, it drives her crazy. No.
Right. Pierre.
Oh, Pierre's like his daddy. He's into gardening and very neat.
I didn't know he was into gardening.
Yeah, very, very neat.
Yeah, very particular. I think we're very particular.
Yeah, the way he cleans.
Okay. Yeah.
Cedric.
Cedric loves his children too. I mean, he would cry over his children and his girls, his boys.
Montel Randall. Hello, family. Hey, Montel.
Hello, Montel.
Okay, we on Cedric. Okay, Melanie.
Oh, Melanie. What can I say about Melanie? that was his baby.
What's the characteristic, Mom? We talking about characteristics.
Okay, well, she sings a lot. You know, you can sing.
Daddy can sing all the time.
Okay, that is true. All right, Marino.
Marino works hard, very hard. He gardens too. He works very hard.
Right.
And
Patrick.
Carpentry, following him from foot to foot, the baby.
And Dad worked on that basement, that bathroom in the house. And Mel said, by the time, Dad said, I'll be done by the time he said, Dad, you won't be done by the time I turn 18. This snow don't go away. And it was like, I'm going to be done by the time you turn 18. We were out the house, children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren in the bathroom.
Wait a minute. Remember that time he was putting up some tile and didn't finish and went back to get the tile and it was discontinued?
He wanted to get it right. It took it so long. We want to get things perfect. Perfect.
There you go. There's another attribute.
Perfectionist. It's a spirit.
Yeah. I think a lot of us have that.
He cleaned my bathroom for 8 hours, a little small bathroom.
And so the reason why is a good thing, but it's not a good thing because you never finish stuff because you're worrying about getting it neat. And then you start over. Dad used to start over and over and over again because it wasn't right. And I find myself doing that with my graphics, and I have to like walk away and say, you know what, this is going to be okay the way it is. I'm not going to worry about it. Yeah.
I have that
He could
too.
preach. He could preach too. Like Wendell, like y'all, the way y'all preach, he could preach.
Yeah.
Praise and worship.
Yes. That's one thing about me I know, because I'm sometimes I be like, oh, thank you, Jesus, oh God, I love you. I praise your name. Just anywhere, even in the grocery store, stop walking down the street.
Right. In the cars. Yes.
I would be like, why he doing that? Why is he doing? Oh, thank you, Lord. I'm like, what's wrong? Why is he doing that? Now I find myself doing it.
You knew when he was coming up the stairs. You knew when he was coming up the stairs.
Yes. Oh, bless his name.
Right.
And you know what? I used to think, wow, we are like worshipers and stuff, and we worship God all the time. We pray, and I was like, and I would want to apologize. Then I said, I get that from my daddy. I'm not gonna apologize. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then the Holy Spirit and stuff, that was in him is in us,
Yes.
And we take right after him the same exact thing.
And he really laid a foundation for us. He really laid a godly foundation. That's what we need now. We need dads that will be head of the households. That's laying the foundation. We talked about father, laying the foundation. But if you're the head of the household, the foundation laid should be on biblical principles, And so, calling for prayer and stuff like that, getting us. It's time for prayer. Oh Lord, we didn't even talk back to him. It's like mommy be like, oh my. So mommy gonna say, farmer, go get them for prayer, because she already knows that we're not going. We're gonna obey, and then all of a sudden, everybody coming downstairs to pray and be sitting all in the living room and all that kind of stuff every Monday night. Yeah. So a foundation is really important. This is a message for dads.
Yeah.
But let me tell you about dads. When they do that, their work is much easier. Yeah. Because when he started that prayer and y'all would get all involved in it and worship, I didn't have to ask you to do anything. You immediately clean the kitchen, you mop the floor, you went to bed, no murmuring, no complaining.
Yeah.
So that was really the foundation for obedience. But when we did nights, we didn't do that. Did you do this? You could see a marked difference when God was in the foundation.
Yeah, that's so true.
So leading into that, what is a good father? What is a good father? I think one of our brothers, Cedric, has something to say about a good father. Let's see. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at this video.
Okay.
A good stewardship, one who could actually train a child to be what they are or be better than who they are. One who lay up for their children and their.
Yeah. Sorry. Where is it? Okay, here we go. Who lay up for the children. And mommy, you were asking questions like, what is lay up? And we were talking about the inheritance, land of inheritance, and also what do you call it? What am I thinking? That family values.
Yeah.
Oh,
that type of inheritance, not always money. We talked about that before on our show too. That legacy and inheritance is not only money, but it's family values, good morals and good ethics.
I was like, I like what Cedric said. I just wrote it down. He said, stewardship.
Yeah.
Steward over and training your children to be. He said what they are and who they are supposed to be.
Yeah.
Okay.
So training them. So like mommy used to do with us. Like if we had an interest in, any type of instrument or whatever.
Yeah.
She wouldn't be like, oh, well, you'll be all right. Just read this book. She will put us in lessons, try to, encourage us and motivate us to do those things that we were interested in.
Right.
And I remember I played like 4 or 5 different instruments or something.
Wow.
I did. I had like the clarinet. I had alto clarinet. I tried saxophone, the
Yeah.
flute,
The violin.
I was
the
gonna say the
violin.
violin. Yeah.
Yeah, I tried the drums, the piano. It was something. I think I tried the trumpet. I tried everything.
Wow. Wow.
Everything. But but she encouraged me
Yeah.
to, be into music and stuff. And then it just didn't stop there. I
Right.
went to school for theory. I was learning how to read music, all that kind of stuff too. So
And you don't spare an expense for your children.
yeah,
Yeah.
You
That's
don't
yeah.
make a sacrifice for
Yeah.
your children.
That's what I was gonna say when Cedric was saying you teaching your children to be like you or better than you
Yeah.
are.
yes.
You're not being selfish. You know
You're
what
not
I'm saying?
jealous of your child.
You
if
know what
they're-
I'm saying? You're teaching them to be, better. 'Cause
Yeah.
you want your kids to be better than you. You don't want your kids to be on a lower level. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You want them to, go higher and
They
higher.
stand on your shoulders. They're the arrows that you shoot, and they represent.
Mhm.
They
Yeah,
Exactly.
stand on your
don't be
shoulders.
jealous of your child if they play an instrument better than you. You be
That's
like
right.
be. I would be excited and be a proud parent.
That's right.
That we're like, oh wow, he got that from me, but I'm glad he's better. Like
Yeah.
when Dominique was playing for at Jason's what is that listening or CD release.
Mm-hmm.
So all the musicians that came up around Lamont's time when he was playing at his mom's church and everything, and I told him before, I said, Lamont, Dominique is you on steroids, right? And all the musicians came because remember how Lamont used to play at 320? He was one of the best musicians in Baltimore, right? And so Dominique, if you hear Dominique, it's like his dad on steroids.
Wow.
And I think that's only because the way he practiced was about fathers. But I'm just saying, and so Lamont applauds him and he's proud of him. He was like, yeah, son, can you show me this? Can you show me that? It's not like,
That's
no,
cool.
I can't stand that my son plays better. It doesn't even, so he
Yeah.
doesn't have that type of personality and stuff.
And he's
Right,
very
yeah.
supportive too. He
Yes.
goes out to his, when he plays or whatever, and he's like at the front row cheering. That's my boy. That's my boy.
Absolutely.
It's a pity if you're going to hold your child back because they are better than doing something better.
Yeah.
That's sad. That is. Suppose I held
And you know
y'all
what?
back.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. And something else too. Don't stop or stunt your children's artistic ability because they might be too loud. Close the door. I mean, when Dominique was a baby, close the door, let him play his drums, put him in here and let him play, let him play that drum, let him play that instrument. You know what I'm saying? Let him listen to music and play that.
Yeah.
That's kind of selfish as well.
Yeah.
And
Put
see
him
the
somewhere, give him that
But
radio.
that
Let
was
him go.
music. I don't care
That's
how
what I was
good
getting ready
it
to
sounds.
say
That
too.
was good.
It's a difference between somebody banging on the drums.
Yeah.
Because in our family, we were musically inclined. So we didn't have no noise. It was actually music. When you heard the clarinet, when you heard the violin, you heard the saxophone, all that kind of stuff, and the guitars and the piano, it was music. It wasn't noise. And so our job is to, and you see those gifts in your child, cultivate that stuff.
Absolutely.
Cultivate that.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Mommy say, please, please,
Yeah, but
please.
if Window would play at 6 o'clock in the morning, that's good. I didn't mind that at all. Please cultivate. I don't
Please,
know
6
junk
o'clock in
in
the morning,
church
y'all.
now. Cultivate it. And then play in church.
That's right. Mommy said, don't play
Every morning.
I
Every morning.
wanted to say that sometimes it may start out as noise
Yeah.
when you are learning. Because I remember when I was playing the clarinet and I wasn't hitting the right note, so I was wanting to read the wrong way or something. And they were like, but I still got that encouragement, to keep practicing. You gotta practice. You gotta practice.
We
You
did
can
hear
perfect
that. No,
it well.
I forgot about that, Mel. We
But
heard
it
that.
was music to me.
But it was still music. It was still music because you were learning.
I know you were going someplace. Yeah.
Exactly. That's funny.
Yes.
I'm sorry. I'm having issues with I apologize. Y'all see this snow going on.
Oh,
So that's really important. And I was thinking by us talking, people probably say they're not dads, but that's the best place to get advice from a female from their perspective of what they think a father should be. You know, like when my son came to me and he was like, Mom, I'm coming to you for advice, you know, from my girlfriend because you are female and you understand.
See.
Isn't that something?
Yes,
You
that's
know,
good.
and it's like for us to say how we feel as females, you know, about dads and fathers, you know, I think we can speak to that, speak to
Yeah.
truth.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because we had a father, you know, and then we have children, you know, and we have experienced fathers, you know.
Yeah.
And please, we can talk about fathers all day long.
Yeah. And it's
Yes.
good that they're open to come to you and not just to the father for all advice.
Right.
It shows you, excuse me,
He's
it
so
shows
smart.
you a sense of maturity.
Yeah.
You know, when you can go, okay, well, they can relate to this more, so let me go to them, not just the person you just feel comfortable with all the time. You know, because they may not have the right information for you.
That's
So
what
that
exactly
was
what it's
really
saying.
good.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Now, my experience is the opposite. I didn't have one like y'all, but mine was found in church. We had the same values because we started with Jesus. That was
You
the
said
difference.
that's good that you said values, and we're going to talk about that. And I think it was Bishop elect John Watts
Oh,
about family values on our other Father's Day program. So let's get that.
yeah. He was good too.
I found myself as a pastor, as a father, you know, as being, dads are the protector, provider, and the connector.
So good.
Well, I found myself out providing a lot.
I like that.
We needed money. And so oftentimes I had to skip dinner because I was out there trying to make money, trying to provide, which was okay. But the family values that you give happens at the dinner table.
That's right.
And your children and spouse appreciate you more when you are found at the dinner table.
Wow, that's incredible.
Taking time out with your child.
Yeah.
That's right.
Who was at the dinner table? All of us. Who was at the head? Dad was at the head.
Dad
Mom
was
wasn't
there.
actually sitting down because she was always running.
Always working like Mary.
Working, eager fucker. But anyway, Martha. One of them. And so we were all at the, come on, children, it's time to eat. And that's important. We didn't take our plate until we got older, I think. We were like real old. But we didn't take our plate and go upstairs to eat upstairs and watch TV. We didn't take it in the family, in the study to eat. Like we sat around that table at dinner time and we talked. We didn't have no
That's right.
But some
no
people,
TV, no radio.
This family I know, they have like a basket, and so when they come to sit at the table, they put all their cell phones in the basket. Actually, it was David and Tamala man.
Oh wow!
They have a basket, like really cute thing on the table, and they were like, "Okay, it's dinner time. Everybody, put your cell phones in this thing, and you get them after dinner." So you're forced to talk. You need to understand what's going on in your child's life anyway, especially as a father. When you take interest in your child as a dad, man, that child will really respect you.
Yeah.
You know, since you said when we got older, we took our place. Oh no, we didn't. Mom didn't believe in eating nowhere around the house.
No.
The table, it was it. You know, even when you older, you couldn't eat anywhere but at the table. You know, when we got older and got our own families, maybe we did it then, but
probably
And then y'all waited till he came in from work too. Remember I had y'all seated, and when he come in like 4 o'clock, I butter the bread under the grill and bring it in so it'd be hot biscuits, and we sat around that table with that food.
Just had to wait.
Then he will ask the question, and y'all go around there with a scripture. It was a thing.
Did.
What were those P's again? Protector, provider, and
it was and connector.
Connector, right? Say protector. That's what a dad is. A protector, a provider. You know, they're not sitting on the couch playing video games. They're out there, you know, getting a job so they can support their family.
Right.
Yeah.
Did you know when he was here? And I didn't know this. He would check on y'all after bed, make sure y'all were in bed.
I knew
And
it.
and one time one was missing because she was with her godmother, an elderly, nice, saintly woman. He just hit the ceiling. Said, "What? Where is she? Don't do that again. But no, don't ever." So I never let them go without consulting with him after that. And then one time he looked underneath somebody's bed and said, "Look at this magazine they're reading, dog." This was at night, late at night. Look what they're reading. Look at this.
Wow,
I
that's
know
a
he was
father.
checking on y'all after I had
Yes.
gone to bed. He was
We
still
knew
sitting
it.
on the door for
knew it.
locked.
We know it because it was one. It's normally at 1:30, 1:30 because I was
Midnight. His
on the phone in the
midnight
living
walks.
room. And not pretend I hung the phone up because you know it wasn't a. I was like, man, trying to fool your dad. So I put the phone on the thing like it was hung up and hid behind the door.
Girl, I did the same thing.
I saw the phone. It was like, what are you doing up there, bro?
He behind the door. He never caught me though.
Behind the door.
Yes, he
Put
behind the
the
door.
phone, pretend I put the phone. I wouldn't hang the phone up. So I put it on the thing like I hung it up.
And wait a minute, what about when we had the cordless phone? Oh man, I put the phone in my room in my backpack.
What happened?
I think the phone rang. I was like, oh snap, the phone rang in my backpack. Oh man, but I didn't get in trouble though. Oh man, yeah.
I didn't do those sorts of things.
I knew
I
I would hear him. You know, like 1 o'clock, I'm in the living room on the phone. He would check, he would go into the sunflower powder, he'll check the doors, he'll go into the kitchen, and he'll just walk around downstairs and make sure everything's in order, the windows. He would do it every night around 1 time in the morning, and he would check on. I didn't know he was going all up in the attic and everywhere else, but that's a good father, man.
Absolutely.
Good protector.
But this, y'all took advantage of that. Had him to take my credit card to the limit, find those high heel shoes, find all that stuff in the store. And he wasn't going to the store for y'all. He was going to get one thing and came back with the card maxed out.
Oh, Lord.
High heel shoes, and y'all little girls.
I did.
Doesn't that always come up when we talk about dad?
All the time. All the time.
But I was 13 and I was graduating from middle school. I thought
we were going to the convention.
I was graduating from middle school. He bought me my first pair of heels.
Oh, mom bought me my first pair of heels when I was 13 as well. But we were going to the convention, and Dad bought us all those shoes. Because I think I had a pair.
Wait a minute. He went to get a little refrigerator for Windows dorm in college. And, Dad, can I go? Can I go? Yeah, you can go. You can go. And Wendell came back with one little refrigerator, but y'all came back with bags of stuff, all them shoes.
Oh, that's a good father. That is such a good father.
Mom said,
provider. He's a good
Mom said, Mama, you let them get. That's what they wanted.
One thing I got from him, shopping.
Oh, he loves to shop.
Gadgets. I got that from my dad. He didn't even show me how to do it. It just came apart. It just came on me.
You know what I'm saying? I call it an infomercial-aholic.
Mommy don't even want to tell that story. Don't tell that story, Mom.
Infomercial-aholic. But I tell you one thing.
What?
Everything I get from the infomercials, I use them. I don't have no what they call it, appliance graveyard or whatever. I use all of them. Isn't that what they call it? End up in the graveyard?
I don't know. I've never heard of that.
Never. I have an appliance cabinet.
No. What you say, Tish?
I have an appliance cabinet, but it's
not. That's where it's supposed to go. But the graveyard's when you don't use it anymore. Never, ever. Yeah.
Wow. Well, that's not me. That's not my story. So
good stuff.
Yeah.
So we also wanted to talk about leaving a good legacy for your children. We mentioned that earlier, but I think Patrick, our brother, mentioned something like that on one.
It was a different twist to it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Let's see what he said.
Okay.
You want to put something aside for them, and then you also want to, like, I believe, share your experiences, be transparent with the children. You want to let them know as far as
like most kids want to go out and have fun all the time. And you want to prepare them, let them know that life is not all about having fun. You got to have the mindset that you're going to be grown one day, and you need to be able to support a family of your own.
Wow.
That's good.
Yeah. You want to teach them by example. That was good that he's saying, because sometimes you hold things to yourself, mommy, and we're just now getting all of this stuff, all this great information. You know, we are getting of age now, and we're hearing.
I'm literally a senior citizen, and now I'm getting taught.
Right. We're hearing all these things.
But you did get some stuff now, like budgeting.
From us.
Mel got a lot of good stuff from you, though, Mom.
That budgeting, you know, how you can stress your money, doing your own taxes. You did get some good stuff.
Yes.
That you could take away with you and would save your money.
So much wisdom and knowledge that you could have given us that we had no clue.
One thing Mom taught me how to do was write checks. She taught me how to write checks.
I don't think Mommy taught me how to write checks. I was in a business. My in school, high school, I had a business curriculum. So they taught me how to type, write checks, shorthand, and all that kind of stuff. So I've always been in the administrative field, even in high school.
Yeah, I have most of with your taxes. Remember you said do your taxes?
We do our taxes. Yes, you did.
Started working. We did that.
Right. Yep. Absolutely, you did our taxes. Yeah. So, but I mean, I was also. I'm sorry, Mel. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I was saying I was also in business courses and stuff as well. But Mom did teach me. I was younger when I got older in high school. Then I was in the business courses. But when I was younger, Mom taught me how to write checks.
And cook. We did. We showed you how to do that.
Oh, absolutely.
Around the table in elementary school, little kids helping me with the food, snapping beans and stuff.
And biscuits. You taught us how to make biscuits and fried chicken.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. But I mean, we have those practical things, but like sharing with your children, you know, we be private with certain things, but sharing them your experiences. And I think that's what Patrick was talking about. Sharing with them the things you went through so they won't have to go through it.
But
you know what I mean? We could have avoided a whole lot of stuff in our lives if we knew up front.
And that's what we want to tell the fathers today. Yep. Tell your children, teach your children, train your children now.
Yes.
But some things when I came along was taboo. So a lot of things I didn't go through a lot of stuff either. I was sheltered and some things was unspoken, it was taboo in my day.
Right, yeah.
Even now, something we didn't talk about the stuff that now it's all right there now. All in the news. It's just ridiculous what's out there. But we did not talk about that was our culture.
Yeah.
I'm country and that was my culture. And then a lot of things was hidden from me even. Some things I didn't know, until I was 77 years old.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I think they can only give us what they have.
Yes.
So that's why we cannot be upset with our parents or with your fathers, because they can just give you what they have. So if they didn't have what, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
So if they didn't have like a father with that, well, I can't. I guess it goes both. It's hard to say that because I walk that back.
But I think a lot of things to one. I really was not. And we didn't have, and what y'all had, you were like almost like somebody said y'all weren't poor. I call it like poor. No, you weren't poor. Some of y'all never walked. Melanie never was without a car in her life. Her lifetime at home. Pat, we had cars when the little ones were born, but those ones knew how to walk. And then besides, I was in church at 12 years old. And we definitely didn't do the stuff that people are doing nowadays. So I had no experience in that. Only experience of what I read in books. And then I didn't read any kind of book. Most of it was a Bible book, a school book.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah. Yeah. I was thinking too that a lot of things parents held back because we were younger. We were children. We were younger. So I felt like when we got older, we became adults. Then they began to share things with us because we were adults. That's what I felt, because that's what I was.
And I think people or children learn from their fathers, whether they're good dads or bad dads. Because I hear a lot of some people, not a lot of them, but some people say, my dad act like this and he treated my mom this way. So I'm making sure I don't treat my wife like this or my children like that. So they learn by examples, whether it's a good example or a bad example.
Yeah. I wasn't just talking about that. I think there's some things in your life, that you go through that you choose not to talk about because maybe you're embarrassed about it, or you wish it didn't happen. But if we would share those things, even if they are embarrassing, even if those things are hard to talk about or whatever, it's good to share, those things with your children so that they would understand, what, mom don't have it all together all the time.
Right.
Or dad don't have it all together all the time.
Exactly.
I've been through this. So, this what you can do, so you won't have to go through this. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like for instance, I went bankrupt. You know what I mean? And so that's because I was not budgeting like mommy taught me.
Okay.
She taught me how to budget my money and stuff like that, but everything was just overwhelming. It was just so much.
Yeah.
But that's just something you can teach your children, so they won't, be in that type of situation. That's the types of things I'm talking
But when you're from a structured background and you and get into a world of chaos, it's a culture shock. And something you don't expect to happen. You just really don't expect to happen. It's a culture shock. And sometimes you get information from other people. I notice the fact. Other people's parents sometimes, and what they say is more valid than what your parents say. And you take what they, and then they'll do something else with their own children, but tell you something different. It seems like other people's words are more valid. You see what I'm trying to say?
Yes, absolutely.
Same exact thing that you're telling me. Like, really?
Right, exactly. They won't hear from their parents. They hear from
it depends, but it shouldn't make you stop or just don't do it because you know what I mean? Still do it. It's up to them if they want to take your advice or not. But don't leave them at a place like, mom knew about this and, I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
If I would have known that, I wouldn't have gone down this road. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I guess it depends on the person.
And sometimes people go down the road, but the parents never experienced that before. I never experienced stuff before, some of the things that some people go through. I never experienced that.
Life happens too.
Yeah, and then it's another day and age. It's
culture.
another.
I was going to say culture, life happens, and all that kind of stuff.
But you're still learning though, and you're better for it.
Right.
You're still getting better. You get older and look back and just praise God. Get over.
And then even if you haven't experienced it, you still have wisdom to walk them through it. You still know what's going to make sense. The outcome, what's going to make sense. What choice you make is going to make sense. Or not make sense. You can still lead them and guide them. It's like some things that my children, going through that I haven't gone through, but I know what's the wise choice to make, and then teach them how to do the pros and cons of their decision, so you can still step in and help out,
And the bottom line, at the end, after you do as much as you can do, the decision is on them.
That's right.
The age of accountability.
But right. That's so true. I was thinking there's nothing like being taught by your dad. Like as a boy or even a girl, it's nothing like being taught by your dad. That will really help you. Like a lot of people, they're going through stuff because their fathers didn't teach them. And I think if they taught them, they would. Like I used to tell somebody, I was like, if you do it, then they're gonna follow you, because dads have the most influence in the house, whether they
They
be fathers
sure
or
do.
they have the most influence, regardless of who they are and how they act.
That's
So that's
true.
why I was
Very
like,
true.
so as a father, I'm not a father, but I'm saying talking to virtual land. So as a father, take advantage of that to know that you can really redirect your child in the right way if you just look into their life. More so than a mother, because I think we have that naggy voice, like do this and they just tune us out. You know what I mean? But when a dad speaks, that authority in the dad, even the authority that God gave place in the father, and he was like the fathers, the men, they are the head of their house. Their house. I put that out there. Their household, not mine, not your own, right? And so it's like when you do that. When you do that in the right way, in the proper way, your house will be blessed. So a lot of houses are blessed because the fathers aren't in position. They might
early, Ted. Start early on. Don't wait till it's 14, 15, 16. Start day one.
That's
day
right.
one.
That is right. Absolutely. Like that reminds me of what Bishop Nelson was saying about teaching them. You're supposed to be the spiritual head over your household. Take that role, of spiritual head, and also take the loving role as well. Don't just always want to beat your children upside their heads, Like I cannot believe a father's answer was, "Boy, I'll bust you in your mouth." What kind of answer is that to the question that he
his
just
father
asked?
gave him?
Huh?
His father probably gave him.
It could be,
Something else. The mother and dad got to be on one accord too.
That's so true.
And what we did, we made a pact before we had any children. We made a pact. I'm 17, he's 23. I said, Father, if we have children, I wasn't going to have children right away. I said, I'm waiting 5 years to have my son, but that didn't happen. I told him, I said, if you say something, I can't disagree with you in front of their faces if we have children. I said, my face, I'm going to disagree. They'll learn how to take, swing to the side. Kids will take, and so what happened if he wanted, like, punish somebody for a month, I go in the bedroom. That's a month. But y'all never heard our disagreements.
Never.
That's right. That's too long.
It's a household when the parents disagree in front of their children on matters like that.
That is right.
And the way that father treats his wife is the same way, more than likely, that child is going to treat his mother, because that's how he thinks a woman should be treated like that.
Or treat his wife
with love. They're
And,
going to compare people with love.
and I just want to say something because I just want to be realistic, because all fathers are not married.
Right.
So even if you aren't married and you have a baby mama or whatever, y'all still should be on the same page.
Yeah.
When it comes to rearing your children or whatever, so they can see some type of unity and togetherness, that y'all work together. Things happen, but we're being realistic, because everybody's not married.
I like that. And I think how by you saying that, also, I know it's Father's Day, but I want to tell the mothers, stop putting wedges between your son and their father. Like, don't speak negative about your father, and love it, because he's not with you or something like that. So you just think you're going to hurt him, but you're hurting the child. So
and you're hurting yourself too. The mother's hurting her.
So how many mothers treat their child like that, or use their child as a bargaining chip, or to get back at somebody at their? That is so crazy.
And like you were saying, talking down about that child's father to that child,
and keeping them from their father. And there's something I don't like to hear the mother say, "You just like your old father." And I'm thinking, you know what I'm thinking? That child didn't choose his father. You chose that father. Oh. Not that child.
Listen to that. That's something. Anybody have any comments on that one?
Wow. Some trolls out there.
Right. And you know what else? Don't hold your child over. Don't hold your child over your father. Like no, don't hold it over the father's head.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Don't hold the child over the father's head. Yeah. Like if you don't do so, you ain't gonna see your child. you know,
What?
Yeah.
do stuff like that. I
Yeah.
know mothers who do that, you know, to
Yeah.
the children's fathers. So
Yeah.
if I don't do this, and you can't see your baby, you can't see your child. No, don't do that. You
They
know,
need
because then that child grows up and it affects him.
Yeah.
And
You know, it affects
resenting
that
their
child.
father. Yeah.
Yeah,
We
absolutely.
know
Have you
society
ever
got
had
the men
a
out the house. We already know they took the men out the house so the children can grow up wild and messy.
yeah?
And crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. Ma, what would you already say?
I was getting ready to say, it was something about abuse. Someone was telling me, like a lot of mothers, some mothers have children and put them on somebody on another man, and then men have to pay a support for other people's children. But now, and I heard lately that the man can have the woman sued for that, and there's a name for it. You can.
It's called lying. That's the name of it. Lying.
But she can pay money. She can be sued for doing that. And
But,
people,
Wow.
did you hear the
Really?
cases that when the father finds out that the child isn't his, some of the judges be like, "Well, you took him this long, then you just
that's
keep."
right.
And
heard
I don't. I think that's hurtful to that man. You
That
know,
is
Yeah.
that's
hurtful.
not his
Yeah.
child. You know,
That's
but it's
very
like,
hurtful.
and that is, oh my goodness, that's just another show.
That's touchy. Yeah, that's touchy.
That's
That's
another
real
show. That's
touchy.
another
Yeah.
show.
Yeah, I know some children, some women who did that as well. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
just be there. Just be there for your kids, you know, and try to bring them up in the right way. Have a firm foundation, you know,
Yeah.
which is God,
Yeah.
you know. If you don't have God, you need God. But if
That's
you
right.
don't have him, show love.
And
Show
you show
love.
love through discipline too. Discipline is
Yes.
love.
So
That's right.
discipline those kids. Put them in
That's
their
Don't
love.
let your kids.
Lay the rod, spoil the child.
Yes.
You don't let your
That's
kids get
love.
away with everything. You know. And
Right.
you don't let them lead you. You know, to do everything.
And
You
you
know.
teach them to survive. You teach them how to
Yes.
survive in the world, you know.
Yes, and
Yeah.
everything
And
they want,
thrive.
you give them.
Survive
No,
and thrive.
don't give them everything they want.
Right.
You know, that's
Yeah.
not a good thing.
It's not. No, I'm just kidding.
No, it's not a good thing. And
I
don't let
want
them
to
do whatever they want to do.
I know.
You
I
know?
wanted to, before we go, we have a couple more minutes. If y'all enjoyed any of these snippets or these little, I'm gonna call them shorts, just go into our YouTube channel, Chilling with the Girls, and you can see the entire broadcast for the video. And there's some really, we only got some snippets. Like it's some really good information, especially I can't even say especially from Bishop Nelson, because from Bishop Nelson, from the
John Watts
Girls Camp, from John
and
Patrick.
Pat. Yeah.
DJ is on there as well. Sam is on there, and they really had some good nuggets, you know.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Some
Yeah.
real good strong men.
Yes.
Strong
Yes.
men, you know,
Right.
with good advice,
That's
you
right.
know, have a good
Yeah.
head on their shoulder, all of that.
And
They
strong
got
men will cry.
wisdom.
And
Dad used to cry. Strong men cry.
yeah, these
That's
men,
right. Don't tell your father. Don't tell your children you don't cry if you're a boy, a man.
We
Be a
got
man. Don't cry.
So guess what?
What?
Did y'all hear about the father who cut off his left leg?
What happened?
No.
He's all right now.
He's all right.
Oh, stop this.
No, I like this one real quick.
What?
My dad said he wanted something groundbreaking for Father's Day.
And what did
So
he
we
get?
got him a shovel.
Oh my goodness. Lord,
I thought that was a good one.
are we leaving weak jokes at the end
That
of
was a good one.
This is
That
not a
was
joke.
a-
The
Look,
man
for
that
Father's
had
Day, my dad asked for a gift with no strings attached. So I bought him a broken guitar.
Oh Lord. Don't do that, y'all. Don't do that to your father.
That's funny.
No.
I like that
Get
one.
them
That's
a
funny.
nice gift.
Can I say something negative that's not a joke? The guy, I think in his 30s, that had like what, 30 children?
Oh,
11
yeah.
children?
Oh, wow.
And then
Yeah.
when he complained at court, said, y'all gotta help me. I can't support these kids. I'm on a minimum wage job. and I can't pay like $3 a month for one child and $2 a month for another.
That's not even helpful.
He said, give me some help. I can't afford all these things.
That's funny. So, hey, like, share, comment, and subscribe to our channel. We hope y'all really enjoyed our show tonight. We appreciate our viewers out there. I know we had a like by Montel Randall, and I also saw one from Natalie.
Okay.
It came out for Natalie and and Sherry Wilson. Sherry Wilson has really been supporting us.
Thank
We really
you.
appreciate y'all. We love you guys. Hey, we want to tell the fathers, happy Father's Day.
Yes, happy Father's Day. Now we're trying to do a love.
I do the love heart.
All your fingers.
Is this right? Am I doing it right?
Nope.
Dip it down.
Nobody but Tawanda.
Dip it down.
I think Letitia now. All right. See y'all later.
No, that's a square. Father, you are not a square.
Chillin' with the girls.